Hey everyone, it's Christian from Clef Records, and today I just wanted to give you a quick behind the scenes at how I just mic'd a drum kit. Okay, so I set this up today in order to film a short drum performance video, and I'll put a link to that video below so that you can check it out and hear what this setup sounds like. Now, onto the microphones. Let's start back here with the room mic, and it's placed about head height on an omnidirectional setting behind the drummer. And I'll usually send a mic like this just to reverb because it tends to tie the whole drum kit together nicely. Now, if I take a seat, we'll look at our first microphone, snare top, which is classic 57 on it. The important thing about this microphone though is that it's running through my Universal Audio 710 preamp, which really gets the most out of, well, pretty much anything you send through it. And you'll notice that I have it sitting about 2 inches off the snare drum. I usually keep my snare and tom microphones a little bit clear, at least an inch. That way the sound has a little time to develop before it reaches the microphone. Now up here on the toms, I have an Audix F10 on each tom. There we go. And on the floor tom, I have an RE320. Again, placed a little bit off, looking at the center of the drum as much as possible. Over here in the hi-hat is an AKG 414, which I had no pad on, and it was rolled off at 80 Hertz. As you can see, the snare drum is hidden by the hi-hat from the perspective of the hi-hat microphone. This really helps reject that snare sound and preserve the nice crispity hi-hats. Okay, moving on. Oh, almost forgot. Snare bottom is an Audix F15 microphone, a condenser pointing at the snares, and I'll usually have it, 2 to 4 inches away from the snare drum. Again, I'm trying to give time for that sound to develop before it hits the microphone, so that it sounds more full and in a way more complete by the time, it gets to the microphone. Anyway, another view of the tom mics. Again, you can see they're not super close, but they still sound great. Down here on kick drum, AKG D112 pointing at the beater on the opposite side of the drum. And way up top, a pair of Shure SM81 microphones for the overheads with their medium roll-off engaged. Yeah. Now, when I'm using just like kick, snare, and hi-hat, simple mic setup, I'll often have these at a steeper angle so that they'll catch more of the toms, but when I have individual tom mics, I'll keep it at a shallower angle so that it hears more of the cymbals. Another view, another look around, and all of these microphones travel down and into my Allen & Heath GL2400. Today I was able to make some good use of my onboard EQs. And down here is the 710 where I sent the snare drum, and these are the settings that I used from today. Well, that's one way to mic a drum kit. Let me know what you think, let me know what you would do differently, and until next time, I'm Christian, here at Clef Records.